In the grand expanse of the galaxy, the Zoraxian Empire reigned supreme. Known for their technological prowess and military might, they held dominion over countless star systems. The Zoraxians, with their towering stature and advanced weaponry, were a force to be reckoned with. Among them, the concept of humans being anything more than a primitive species was a subject of amusement. One fateful day, the Zoraxian High Command received reports of an unknown vessel entering their territory. The ship's design was unlike anything they had ever seen, and its origin was a mystery. The Zoraxians, confident in their superiority, dispatched a fleet to intercept the intruder. Admiral Raxer, a seasoned Zoraxian commander, led the fleet. As the alien vessels approached the unknown ship, Raxer's crew began to analyze its structure. "This must be a joke," Raxer scoffed. "A ship this small can't pose a threat to the Empire." Laughter echoed through the command center as the Zoraxians observed the ship. Their sensors detected no weapons, no shields, nothing that suggested it was capable of combat. The unknown vessel appeared to be a relic, a piece of space debris rather than a functioning spacecraft. "Open a channel," Raxer ordered. "Let's see what these primitives have to say for themselves." The communication link crackled to life, revealing the image of a human captain. She stood tall and confident, her eyes filled with determination. "This is Captain Sarah Lawson of the Terran Alliance. We mean no harm, but will defend ourselves if necessary." Raxer's laughter grew louder. "Terran Alliance? Never heard of it. You must be lost. Little human, surrender now, and we'll spare your lives." Captain Lawson's expression remained stern. "I advise you to reconsider. We have no intention of surrendering." Before Raxer could respond, a sudden energy surge disrupted the Zoraxian sensors. Alarms blared as the unknown vessel's cloak dissipated, revealing a sleek, advanced stealth ship armed with cutting-edge weaponry. The laughter ceased instantly, replaced by shock and disbelief. "How is this possible?" Raxer muttered, his eyes widening in astonishment. "Prepare for battle." The Terran stealth ship, now fully visible, unleashed a barrage of energy pulses. The Zoraxian fleet scrambled to respond, but their confidence had been shattered. The human vessel moved with precision and agility, outmaneuvering the larger Zoraxian ships. Inside the Terran ship, Captain Lawson issued commands with calm authority. "Target their engines. Disable them, but don't destroy unless necessary. We need to send a message." Her crew, a mix of humans and allied species, worked seamlessly together. Lieutenant Reynolds, the ship's tactical officer, analyzed the enemy fleet's weaknesses. "Targeting engines now, Captain." Firing pulses. The first Zoraxian ship shuddered as its engines were hit, leaving it adrift in space. The Terran ship continued its assault, systematically disabling the Zoraxian vessels. The once mighty fleet was now in disarray, struggling to comprehend the turn of events. Admiral Raxer watched in disbelief as his ships were rendered powerless. "This can't be happening," he muttered. "How did they?" Captain Lawson's voice cut through the chaos. "Admiral Raxer, your fleet is disabled. Stand down, or we will be forced to take more drastic measures." Raxer, his pride wounded, had no choice but to comply. "Cease fire," he ordered his remaining ships. We surrender." The Terran ship powered down its weapons, maintaining a defensive stance. Captain Lawson's image reappeared on the Zoraxian screens. "Your surrender is noted, Admiral. We will escort your ships back to your territory. Consider this a warning. The Terran Alliance is not to be underestimated." As the Terran ship guided the Zoraxian fleet away, the galaxy began to take notice. The laughter had ceased, replaced by a newfound respect for the humans and their mysterious stealth ship. The Zoraxians had learned a valuable lesson. Underestimating humanity could have dire consequences. News of the encounter between the Terran Alliance and the Zoraxian Empire spread rapidly across the galaxy. The once mocked humans had demonstrated their technological prowess and tactical brilliance, leaving many species in awe. The Zoraxians, in particular, were left reeling from the unexpected defeat. Back on the Terran homeworld, Captain Lawson and her crew received a hero's welcome. The stealth ship, now known as the TSF Resolute, became a symbol of human ingenuity and resilience. The Terran Alliance's leaders convened to discuss the implications of their newfound reputation. President Elena Martinez addressed the council. Our victory against the Zoraxians has shown the galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with, but we must remain vigilant. Our enemies will not take this lightly. Admiral Jonathan Steele, head of the Terran fleet, nodded in agreement. We need to strengthen our alliances and prepare for potential retaliation. The Zoraxians won't forget this defeat. Captain Lawson, invited to the council meeting, spoke up. Our technology gave us an edge, but it was our unity and determination that secured our victory. We must continue to innovate and work together if we are to maintain our position. The council agreed, and efforts were redoubled to enhance the Terran Alliance's defenses and foster diplomatic relations with other species. The Resolute became a flagship of this new era, representing humanity's commitment to peace and strength. Meanwhile, within the Zoraxian Empire, Admiral Raxor faced intense scrutiny. The High Command demanded answers, and Raxor was summoned to explain the humiliating defeat. Emperor Zorath, the ruler of the Zoraxian Empire, glared at Raxor from his throne. How did a single human ship manage to disable an entire fleet? You were supposed to be our finest commander. Raxor bowed his head in shame. I underestimated them, my emperor. Their technology is far more advanced than we anticipated. They possess a stealth capability that renders our sensors useless. Emperor Zorath's eyes narrowed. Find out how they achieved this. We cannot afford to be caught off guard again. I want our scientists working around the clock to replicate their technology. As Zoraxian researchers began their investigations, tensions simmered between the two factions. The Terran Alliance, aware of the potential threat, took proactive measures to safeguard their advancements. One of the key figures in this effort was Dr. Emily Carter, a brilliant scientist who had played a crucial role in developing the stealth technology. She worked tirelessly with her team to enhance the Resolute's capabilities and devise new strategies for future encounters. Captain Lawson visited Dr. Carter's lab to discuss their progress. Emily, how are the upgrades coming along? Dr. Carter looked up from her work, her eyes gleaming with excitement. We've made significant improvements, Sarah. The Resolute's cloaking device is now even more efficient, and we've developed new countermeasures against potential threats. Lawson nodded, impressed by the advancements. That's great to hear. We'll need every advantage we can get. The Zoraxians won't rest until they find a way to counter us. As preparations continued, the Terran Alliance also reached out to other species, seeking to build a coalition against the Zoraxian threat. Diplomatic envoys were sent to various star systems, sharing the story of the Resolute's victory and extending offers of cooperation. One such envoy, Ambassador Tarek, visited the planet Yalara, home to the technologically advanced Yalarian species. The Yalarians, known for their wisdom and neutrality, were intrigued by the human story. Ambassador Tarek addressed the Yalarian Council. The Zoraxians believe themselves to be invincible, but we have shown them otherwise. Together, we can stand against their aggression and ensure peace for all species. The Yalarian Council deliberated, recognizing the potential benefits of an alliance with the Terran Alliance. Your proposal is compelling, Ambassador. We will consider it carefully. As alliances formed and preparations intensified, the stage was set for a new chapter in the galaxy's history. The Terran Alliance, once underestimated and ridiculed, had emerged as a formidable force, ready to defend their newfound place among the stars. The Zoraxian Empire, stung by their defeat, doubled down on their efforts to uncover the secrets of the Terran stealth technology. Spies were dispatched to gather intelligence, and scientists worked relentlessly to replicate the cloaking device that had given the humans their edge. Within the dark halls of the Zoraxian Research Facility, Dr. Krathor, the Empire's leading scientist, scrutinized the data retrieved from the battle. Their technology is remarkable, he muttered to himself. But there must be a way to counter it. Emperor Zoreth visited the lab to oversee the progress. What have you discovered, Dr. Crathor? We cannot afford any more setbacks. Crathor looked up from his work, determination etched on his face. We are close, my Emperor. With a few more breakthroughs, we will be able to detect and neutralize their cloaking technology. We will turn their strength into their weakness. Meanwhile, the Terran Alliance continued to bolster their defenses and strengthen their alliances. Joint training exercises with allied species became a common sight, fostering a sense of unity and mutual respect. Captain Lawson and her crew aboard the Resolute remained vigilant, aware that the Zoraxians would not stay quiet for long. They conducted regular patrols along the borders of Terran space, ready to respond to any sign of aggression. During one such patrol, Lieutenant Reynolds detected an anomaly on the ship's sensors. Captain, we're picking up a faint signal. It doesn't match any known signatures. Lawson's eyes narrowed. On screen. The view screen flickered to life, revealing a small, cloaked Zoraxian probe. They're trying to spy on us, she realized. Reynolds, prepare to disable it. We can't let them gather any more information. The Resolute's advanced targeting systems locked onto the probe, and with a precise shot, it was rendered inoperative. Probe disabled, Captain, Reynolds reported. Good work, Lawson replied. But this means they're getting desperate. We need to stay one step ahead. As the crew continued their patrol, they received a priority transmission from Admiral Steele. Captain Lawson, we have a situation. Intelligence reports indicate that the Zoraxians are planning a major offensive. We need the Resolute back at headquarters immediately. Lawson acknowledged the order. Understood, Admiral. We're on our way. Back at Terran headquarters, the mood was tense. Admiral Steele briefed the assembled officers on the Zoraxian threat. They've amassed a fleet at the edge of their territory. It appears they're preparing for a full-scale invasion. President Martinez addressed the council. We cannot allow them to gain the upper hand. We must strike first, before they have a chance to execute their plans. Captain Lawson stepped forward. The Resolute can lead a preemptive strike. Our stealth capabilities will give us the element of surprise. The council debated the proposal, weighing the risks and potential rewards. After a tense deliberation, they reached a decision. Captain Lawson, you have the green light. Launch your strike and show the Zoraxians that we will not be intimidated. As the Resolute prepared for its mission, the crew steeled themselves for the challenges ahead. Sergeant Chen inspected the ship's weapon systems, ensuring everything was in optimal condition. We're ready for anything, Captain. Dr. Harris, the ship's medical officer, checked on the crew's readiness. Let's hope we don't need my services too much, but I'll be prepared. Lieutenant Reynolds ran simulations, refining their strategy. We'll hit them hard and fast. They won't know what hit them. With everything in place, the Resolute set off towards the Zoraxian fleet. The journey was fraught with tension, but the crew remained focused on their mission. As they approached the enemy formation, the Resolute engaged its cloaking device, slipping past the Zoraxian sensors undetected. Captain Lawson gave the order. Prepare to decloak and fire on my mark. The ship decloaked, and the Resolute's weapons unleashed a devastating barrage on the unsuspecting Zoraxian fleet. Explosions rocked the enemy ships as the Terran vessel darted through their ranks, wreaking havoc. Admiral Raxer, aboard his flagship, watched in horror as his fleet was decimated. How are they doing this? He screamed. Captain Lawson's voice echoed over the Zoraxian comms. This is just the beginning, Admiral. Surrender now, or face total destruction. Raxer, recognizing the futility of resistance, ordered his remaining ships to stand down. We surrender. The battle was over as quickly as it had begun. The Zoraxian fleet, once a symbol of their power, lay in ruins. The Resolute, victorious, escorted the surviving ships back to Zoraxian space. As the galaxy absorbed the news of the Terran victory, a new era dawned. The Terran Alliance, no longer seen as a minor player, had earned the respect and admiration of countless species. The lessons of unity, resilience, and the power of innovation had reshaped the galactic landscape. The Zoraxians, humbled by their defeat, began to reconsider their approach. Emperor Zorith, acknowledging the strength of the Terrans, sought a new path. "We must learn from this," he declared. "Only through cooperation can we achieve true greatness." And so, the galaxy moved towards a future where the laughter had ceased, replaced by a shared commitment to peace and progress. The story of the Resolute and its brave crew became a beacon of hope, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity.